Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're checking out Songs of Silence, and I think the best way of describing this game is probably like a top-down kingdom management game, but you are also like intimately involved in the combat from like a top-down position. Anyway, the concept is very, very interesting, and I can't wait to show you guys what the heck is going on. But before I jump into the campaign, which I'm about to do, I should point out that this coverage has been sponsored by the developers, so keep that in mind. You can check the game out right now over on Steam. There is a demo that is going to be live as part of Steam Next Fest. I would encourage you to check it out and play it, because boy oh boy, it is good. Anyway, let's get into the action, shall we? Let me sort of briefly set the scene. As ever, I will try to cram as much gameplay and showcasing of the game into this as possible. But basically, the premise is that we play as L'Oreal, this character right here. If we click on here, we can see. Anyway, we have been completely, I guess, forced out of our kingdom. Parents have been destroyed, and we've gone running to the kingdom next door in order to try and escape. Now, this is our army. We are limited to the number of units that we have. This is, I guess, us, or the main character that we'll be playing as, and then there's also a bunch of different units here, which we'll talk about in a little bit. For the most part, we are going to be managing our kingdom in this interface, in the kingdom map interface, which is very, very cool indeed. So, we're going to be giving some, I guess, some basic orders to move around, and we can actually engage enemy units on the battlefield, which is exactly what I'm going to do. There's some Freeland outcasts over here. We will engage them, and we will have a little look at how the battle mechanics actually work. Now, the way that battle mechanics actually work, pretty darn cool. You basically jump immediately in, and the battle happens. However, there are ways that you can actually influence the battle. For example, we've got a battle card here. Nightly Charge. All friendly cavalry units thunder into a designated area. Sure, let's do it. Let us immediately magic all of the cavalry units over here. Boom. We also have a Fist of the Guiding Star, which basically does a whole bunch of damage to the enemy units and does not damage our own units, which is really, really nice when we are using when we're using it in proximity to our own units. But apart from that, the battling sort of takes place. Now, there is, I guess, an ability to lay out troops as well in certain sort of formations. We're going to be getting to that. But for now, the battling takes place like so. So, at the end of the battle, we got some gold, we've got some experience points, and we are moving towards the next level on our specific hero here. Okay, happy days indeed. Now, I should point out, this is a little indication of how many units we have in our army. You know, how many we have, what's the maximum, and this is our number of move points. So we can't actually move any further on this specific cycle. Now, we're going to the capital of Silberstein, which is fine. We'll worry about that in just a second. But we also have the ability to play, I guess, like kingdom cards, or map cards, as I think they're called. Yeah. And we can utilize these to influence the way that the game actually operates, and we will be doing that. The city has a whole bunch of different stats, which we're going to dive into soon. I also have gold, divine favor, and also building materials up there. Now, let's end and let things tick through, which is just fine. There we go. Excellent. And we can resume our movement towards the city, which is exactly what I'm going to do. War is in the air, indeed. Guard meets her at the castle. After a moment's contemplation, the old man lowers his mirrored mask, revealing a weary yet sincere smile. What up? Okay. Understandable.
I've grown weary of fighting. I will help you liberate your sovereign, but that's all I can do.
Thank you, milady.
Seems like a good trade to me. Okay, excellent. So, couple of things to note. Very, very couple of things to note. We need to try and siege this city, which is exactly what we are going to try and do. Now, we can actually, like, click on the city and have a little look and see what we've got going on. We can actually start to garrison the city by buying units. We can buy a bunch of different units, which I very well may do in due course. I'm not particularly interested in doing it right now, but we can. We can also send you around a little bit, which I may very well decide to do that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, you know what? We'll move you up there. Let's move you over. Let's move you into here. Now, if we wanted to, for example, reprovision our army or reconfigure our army, then that is definitely something that we can do. It's also probably worth noting that if we leave these units in here for a little while, then we're going to heal them up, which I think I'm probably going to do for a singular turn. Let's leave you over there. You've got 3 out of 5. You got 3 out of 5 units in your army. Let's see if we can try and engage these chumps at the pass over here, and we'll see what happens. Oh, look at that. So we got a wizard guy on our hands. In fact, lots of wizard people, apparently. What do we got? Divine Intervention, summers 2 luminance into the target location. I think they're units, so I think we will be, yeah, exactly, supported by those units, so maybe a nice idea not to put them necessarily down on the front line. Now, we will always have this card available to us. This is the retreat card, allows us to get out of any engagement. It does take a little while for it to actually set up, which is worth noting. A narrow victory. I'm not sure I would call it a narrow victory. I would say a confident victory, to be honest. But there we go. We have taken control of the pass, which is excellent, because this pass is absolutely critical to us getting to rescue the king over here, who is hopefully going to help me out. Anyway, let's go and have a little look-see. What do we got? We've got a loot wagon in reserves. I mean, I can't put that in the army, so there's no point. Can I build any specific units over here? I don't believe that I can. I may be able to bring some reinforcements from over in the city, but I don't particularly want to do that. Right, so you've still got to heal up a little bit over the course of this turn. That's fine. We've got a few more units that we're maybe going to get set up next turn. But honestly, I'm gonna let you rest up, main character. I'm gonna let you rest up in the main tent, and then we're gonna set you off to here next turn. We are on a time limit. We are on a time limit with regards to the number of turns that King King Atran, yeah, rescue King Atran within 5 turns. That's fine. We can manage that. Right, you're just about healed. I'm pretty chuffed with that. I think we'll move out with that information. We can also, by the way, plan a friendly location to add a permanent high house building to the location. As long as the high house remains on the location, it increases income by +5 and location growth by 1 prosperity per turn. Let's absolutely do that. I think that is a great idea. Boom. Let's make it happen. Let's get you moved out over to here. Let's actually get you moved out over in this vicinity first. And then let's get you moved out over to here. Excellent. And then we actually still have 5 additional spaces of movement. Do I want to move you in? Not quite yet. I'm going to move you in a little bit closer. And then I'm going to get you in here. There we go. Now, I don't think... it might be close enough to... engage. But that's not necessarily the end of the world. Now, I can regroup. And do I want to do that? I mean, maybe I do, actually. There's some good units. There's some good units in both troops here, but I think we're just gonna engage think we're going to engage as so. We're not going to be able to move further. We should be able to do that next turn. I am fine to deal with that. I am content. Right, we still have plenty of time. And honestly, we're getting a whole bunch of resources, which I am pretty happy about. There's a few other sort of curiosities on the map, which I am going to investigate. In a little bit, but that's fine. Right. Let's engage with our bigger unit, shall we? Right. We need to attack. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Now, because the enemy are sieging down, they are in a state of complete oblivion, or obliviousness, should I say, and also oblivion, I suppose, to what we are doing, which means that I get a nice little penalty. I'm also going to target these catapults here. I'm going to get my cavalry right into the catapults, which seems like a pretty prudent thing to do to try and minimize the damage that they can do. Fist of the Guiding Star. Let's get that down on the archers over there. Ideally, something that does a lot of damage. I mean, we're going to win this. It's just a case of how much we win it by. Obviously, I hope that we win it by as much as possible. It looks like we are going to... yeah, receive some casualties. And by receive some casualties, I mean a fairly significant amount of casualties, actually. Yeah, so we'll emerge with a few units left. But honestly, we're probably going to need to be very, very careful about this. We're probably going to need to reinforce one of these armies, I would imagine, and then send another one back to the main city to be resupplied. Either way, that's great news, and in fact, I think it's actually going to level up our main hero, which is pretty fantastic. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a second, but for now, we have broken the siege, and I am indeed very, very, very happy. Good stuff. What have you got to say?
But alas, I must request your assistance one more time.
Of course.
I'm not here to fight. All I want is a new home for my people.
And you shall have it, once you help me end this war.
Then I will oblige. But only
Pretty raw
for the
deal, to
sake
be
of
honest, but...
House Arengard.
Hauser, Queen Lorelei will need your support. Go. Attack the enemy capital at once.
At your command.
Okay.
Once known as the proudest city in southern Mundus, Friedland's capital, Sternsicht, has fallen into decay after many years of war. From the royal... Friedland!
All right. We can try and make that happen. Although, admittedly, it is going to be somewhat challenging. Right, so what have we got? What have we got here? Let's have a little look. Let me have a little look at your army. Your army is, yeah, in a bit of a state of disarray. I'm going to do a couple of different things. First of all, we can actually play the level up card, which I am very, very interested in doing. So we can get some nice, sweet little bonuses on you. Let's do it. Let's level you up. We can select the card as a reward, which is kind of nice. Powerful unit of the Honor Guard. Call reserves. Call random combat unit from your army reserves into the battlefield running towards the position indicated by your card placement. That's cool. All friendly cavalry units thunder into the designated area, attacking all enemies in their way. Upgrade this card to increase the power. I'm gonna take this card. So that means that if we train up units, even though they're not necessarily in battle, we can still make something funky happen. Right, let's get you into... we can't move you any further. That's a shame. Can I get you to trade? Yeah, let's see if we can try and do a little bit of trading here. Ooh, you've actually also leveled up. You've actually also leveled up there. Let's move you into reserves. You into reserves. You over here. Yeah. Let's get you moved over here as well. That's 7 out of 7. I think that's fine. Let's leave that there, and then let's get you into the city, shall we? There we go. Okay, And then let's see if we can try and get you to regroup. We delivered the loot wagons. Happy days. This is great. We've moved the loot wagons back to the city, and that makes me very, very happy. I, however, am looking to try and recruit a brand new army for this wizard guy. I can only get one single unit this specific turn, and we would need to get this location leveled up to level 2 in order to recruit more. Units. I think we're going to leave it there, although I don't think there's any other cards that we can play this turn in the city, or in the fortress, I should say. There are a few different stats that we need to bear in mind. Basically, you know, the bigger the fortress, the harder it is to take. I'm a little bit worried that this bridge is going to be capturable. King Atron is down here, which is nice. I have no idea what you're doing down here, buddy, but you've got a little army over there. Lovely. We need to try and siege the capital. We're going to have to go through this. Oppingen. Okay, that's cool. We're going to need to try and accumulate a little bit of a bigger army, I would imagine. Yeah, don't think there's anything else that we can really action right now. So let's go to the next turn. Okay, there is a siege. The siege ends in 6 turns. That is a little bit worrying. Because honestly, I thought that I didn't think that we would be sieged that quickly. But it seems like there is a little nonsense from up north. Right, so we can't recruit any troops whilst we are under siege. We can put some troops into the garrison. We can't put you into the garrison though, so I guess we'll leave you. In the army. We can utilize this army, the L'Oreali army, in order to try and break the siege. I think we're going to try and do that. And you know what? We're going to get an ambush as well, which is quite nice. Obviously, we are going to be utilizing our brand new forces. Fist of the Guiding Star. Let's do that. Let's also utilize the cavalry charge onto you. I don't think that we have many cavalry, unfortunately. Yeah, we got a couple of cavalry on this big hero on the back line. I'm going to call in reserves. I don't think that we have any reserves at all. We do not. That's fine. Call in a big old star. Boom. Yeah, we got a lot of ranged units, which honestly, I'm really, really grateful that we do have. But frankly, I need to defeat this hero, and I'm not really sure that we have the capability to do that. We'll give it a shot, though. There we go. Keep going. Yeah, there's no point in using the call reserves. We can try and do the cavalry thing, but we don't have the cavalry thing. Honestly, I love armies that comprise mostly of ranged units. I absolutely love it. Nice. Okay, we are actually doing damage. This is great. I mean, we have absolutely no cavalry left at all, which is obviously a little bit disappointing. But that being said, we seem to be doing what we need to be doing. Occasionally, the enemy seems to be taking damage. Very, very occasionally indeed. So it looks like they have some sort of like damage mitigation. Bow before our superior might. Indeed. That cost us a lot. However, I would hope that we get, a pretty significant amount of experience for that. We level up, which is great. That's really, really good. That's going to give us an even stronger army at our beck and call. Obviously, the best news is that we actually managed to get ourselves the ability to get some units in that city, which is quite nice. Now, what do I want? Planet-friendly Hearth-sworn unit to turn it into a powerful unit of Honor Guard, or a fort building. As long as the fort remains on the location, it adds additional fortification. Or all friendly cavalry units increase the power of the attack from 5 to 8. Give me the upgrade on the card. Absolutely. That seems like a really, really great card to get. Sure. Let's do it. And now we also have the ability to get 8 units as well, which is pretty fantastic. Now, can I actually buy this unit? Indeed, I can. Well, let's get that bought. Let's get that bought. And do we want to move you out of here? 3 garrison units? I mean, honestly, you might be able to take this. Let's give it a shot. I mean, it says that it's going to be an easy win. I'm not necessarily sure if that's going to be the case, but we do have a flippin' wizard here. And we do have the ability to summon in Luminance. And Luminance, in my limited experience, seem to be pretty good. Just keep on zapping away. Keep on zapping away. There is a little bit of an issue with range here. Summon some Luminance over there. Beautiful. Bring him right down on the ranged units. That is fantastic. Just cut the ranged units off. Nice, 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 nice. I mean, look, as soon as our ranged units get, like, as soon as our melee units get within range, that was a very, very bad placement. As soon as they get within range, we are golden. It just takes them a little bit of time to actually, you know, get involved in the fight. Let's deploy the Luminance over here. That's right on the back line. Mow them down. Keep on bombarding them with rays of light, please, Mr. Priest. That's great. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The poets will praise our name. Indeed, they will. Oh, that is fantastic. And we actually level up, which is pretty darn sick. Right. Okay. Couple of different things to note here. Yeah, so we can pillage. We can pillage this if we want to. Pillage is the location for a large amount of gold, but reduces its prosperity level by 1. If a location's prosperity level is reduced to 0, it is destroyed. Now, it has a prosperity level of 2 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it has a prosperity level of 2. So I don't think I want to pillage it. I think we're gonna level you. Sure, what do we got? Anything that impacts the game materially. Immune to damage and negate a negative morale for 6 seconds. Fleeing units rally and reform. That seems pretty good. Explode on death for the next 10 seconds. That synergizes quite well with the Lumens thing. Each explosion hits close by enemies with a power 3 attack. The power of explosion is increased for celestial units. Now, that's pretty cool because, yeah, it allows us to work with the Luminance. And so we summon in the Luminance and then they will explode. That is actually kind of sick. That's really, really cool. Golden Temple, a temple tower building. I would like to build that, but unfortunately I don't think I can at the moment. Right, you still can't move into this city, but we'll be able to do that next turn. Ideally, we're going to not have to deal with any enemy units coming out of the woodwork this turn. I would really like the opportunity just to sort of like regroup a little bit. We need to get this loot wagon back to somewhere that actually matters, i.e. a big fortress over here. But I think we're going to see, yeah, I think we're going to see an attack of some sort, which honestly I'm a little bit worried about because we have got, I mean, we have a garrisoned army. Let me be brutally honest. It's not a garrisoned army that I actually think is going to be worth anything. I mean, look, it was immediately destroyed. Yeah, we didn't even have a hero first name in the battle. So that's something that we're just going to have to deal with. We lost the location. We still have the big city, which is fine. But we're going to need to make sure that we retake that. Right. Right. Maybe I do pillage this place. Do I want to build it up? Increases prosperity level from 1 to 2. Oh, it's not even prosperity level, it's not even prosperity level 1. Oh, it's literally level 1. I didn't even see that. It's almost level 2, though. It's close. Should I try? I mean, it's going to cost me 20 building material. I'm not sure I'm that bothered, to be honest. 4 divine favor per turn. I mean, I would really like to utilize the 4 divine favor per turn, but I feel like I can't. It's just a bit too risky. Let's move the troops into here for now. Let's analyze what's going on in this city. So you've got a little bit of supply to catch up on. That's great. This card's unlocked on prosperity level 2 of this location. Yeah, we need to build you up. Prosperity point meter is completely filled. Right, and apparently it's not completely filled. We're still working towards level 1. Let's get this card played. Yeah, let's get this card played right here. Beautiful. We'll start the process of improving the town. Card's already been played this turn. That's great. And we're gonna get a rage sworn. Fast and tough elite cavalry units. Okay, let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. I need to start buying more. I need to start buying more units just in general. So that feels pretty good. I mean, we could attack here. An easy win. An easy win is a fair comment. The thing is, am I sure that I want to do it? The answer to that is no. I'm not sure that I want to do it. That's a level 2 unit over there. Our level 2 city over there. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that fight. How far is this? An easy win? I mean, it would be really, really great if we could take this back. Honestly, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'm not expecting a tough fight. And there is some loot wagons to be spoken of, which is kind of nice. There we go. Smashes a fist of meteor in there. We don't need to call reinforcements in. No siree. Bring in the cavalry over here. Beautiful. These Rage Sworn are pretty darn sick. And let's get those guys booped. Fantastic. I don't need to call in the reserves. Absolutely nothing to worry about there. With any luck, we'll be able to finish this combat before we lose a single unit, in fact. There we go. Throw in a Fist of the Guiding Star just for good measure. There we go. Excellent. That's quite a good win. Her soldiers rejoice. And you know what the great news is? That we actually get a bunch of experience from that. I mean, it wasn't the toughest of fights, but it was pretty decent. Right. Thank you very much. I will retake that. And maybe I should properly garrison it this time. Maybe I should properly garrison it.
Then, 4 generations ago, Friedland's eastern lands were consumed by silence, so people began migrating
Okay.
west. Food was short, and tempers even shorter.
Right. I don't think you're going to recover here. I mean, I don't want to... Do I really want to build that place up? I mean, I don't think I do. I don't think I really want to stretch my... I don't think I want to stretch my capability. We've got 8 movement points on you. Moving back to the main city would probably be a good idea. Although if I do, then I'm just leaving this... I'm leaving this hamlet. I'm leaving this hamlet to just be conquered. If I do. You know what? I mean, screw it. I have no obligation to the people over there. Much rather get the loot offloaded here and work towards building up this main city rather than worrying about a tiny little diddly city. I mean, I still technically control it, you know? And we might see an attack. We might see an attack between turns anyway. So, you know, let's not worry about it too much. Right. So far, so good. How's your prosperity coming along? It's building up. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. I should, by the way, I should be building some units in reserve here. Yeah, Rage Sworn, we can get we can't get them in reserves there. We can get them in garrison, but we can't get them in reserves apparently. Yeah, I mean, I've got loads and loads of money. We can probably garrison that city slightly better if I wanted to. Can I build any garrison units here? I don't need to build any garrison units. What do we got over here? We got a neutral army, which seems like I shouldn't mess with it. Okay. And then you, how much HP do you guys have? Yeah, garrison only. Okay, what do we got? Play in an empty slot to summon a random lesser celestial unit. Alternatively, I could get some Rage Sworn and I could get some Oath Sworn. Nice. Do I want to play Divine Aid to summon a Celestial unit? I don't actually think that I do. I think that I'm quite content to leave that one for now. 4 garrison units at a watchtower. I would feel much more comfortable. I would feel much more comfortable attacking with my main unit here. You know what? Let's move. Let's move you back here. I know that sounds like a little bit of a contradiction, but I am going to build up. I am going to build up this this town because I'm interested in the long term, or at least let me pretend that I'm interested in the long term. Let's move you over here for now. Let's also, oops. Let's make sure, do we have any garrison units here? We absolutely do not. That's a recipe for disaster. It's completely undefended. Should I just go for it? I feel like I should just go for it. I mean, we're a little bit low on the old HP there, but I think we just go for it. Lay siege. Let's freaking do it. Siege ends in one singular turn. That's kind of nice. You know what? Actually, I'll take it back. I'll put you right back there. That was a little bit of indecision, but honestly, not necessarily the end of the world. I'm still worried about an attack from over here. This is definitely the soft underbelly. Gates have been breached. Excellent. Lovely to see. Let's see. Can I recruit any additional units? I mean, I can recruit more stuff into reserves, which I'm absolutely interested in doing. In fact, I'm going to recruit both of these units into reserves. The army is full. I know that the army is full. That's fine. Gates have been breached. Do we want to go? I think we go. Let's make it happen. The gates have been breached. Let's see what we can do here. Fantastic. Right. My hero may fall, but I don't think that is going to be altogether too difficult, or too challenging, should I say. Bring me the cavalry units over here. Fantastically large units. Excellent. I don't feel the need to call reserves, although these melee units may cause a little bit of havoc on the front line. Let me guiding star them down. There we go. I'm not retreating. Absolutely not. There you go. Get across there. Fantastic. And that city is ours. A victory for the ages. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. Indeed it is. It wasn't even that challenging, indeed. Which is quite nice. And we've taken it. We've taken the city. Which is fantastic. Do I want to pillage it? I mean, it's only... It's a prosperity level 2 city, so I mean, it's not like... It's not an insignificant city. You can be recovered. You can heal up a little bit. I don't think that we've got anything else that we want to do. Although you know what? I tell you what, let's move you down here. Let's move you down here in anticipation of trying to, like, you know, actually garrison probably the weakest point in our setup. And then we will look forward to the next turn and hopefully dealing a crippling blow to the enemy. Right. I think this is going to be our biggest... I mean, it is obviously going to be our biggest challenge yet. Let's put them in reserves. Put some archers in reserves there. The reason being that we can call on them in the battle. Let's do it.
You are the one who started this war, but I'll have no qualms ending it once and for all.
Good line. Let's do it. Okay, siege ends in 3 turns. That should be fine. Let's see if they've got any other significant forces.
You of all people should understand. I have heard tales of your valor.
I don't think there's anything else coming from this direction.
I have the guts to do the right thing.
let's move up. Move up. It's okay. We're getting there. Golden Temple. Do I want to get additional Divine Favor? Sure. Let's play it right over there. Why the heck not? And also, actually, tell you what, we can... Oops. We can get this... First of all, we'll get some more recruits. Excellent. Very important. But also, we can build you up once we get a few more building materials. We'll definitely be able to do it next turn. We're quite close.
Enough of your cruelty. You pillaged our farms, razed our cities to the ground.
We only did as we were done by, you sanctimonious fool.
Ooh. War of words. Anyway, let's get this place built up. Nice. A properly prosperous town. I feel like I'm making so much. Well, so much of everything, actually. Let's get you into here. And then let's get you moved over to here. Do I want to regroup any... Want to swap any units between here? Maybe worth getting some additional Rageborn moved across from these guys. Yeah, swap me with those. Because I like the Rageborn a lot. I don't need to do the Divine Aid quite yet. I think I'm quite happy with that. And we'll just leave these... We'll leave these units... We'll leave these units right here. Okay. I think we are ready. It does seem like the game doesn't want me to exit out of this interface, which I can assume is a bug. Please hold. Let me see if I can fix this. There we go. It's worth me noting that this is obviously a very early build of the game. This is the... Well, actually, this is the pre-demo version, but... This is not representative of the full product. Okay. Gates have been breached. It's time. It's time to finish this. Let's freaking go. Let's get in there. Okay, we have got probably the biggest army that we possibly could have. We're going to be going up against a flying enemy kind of unit thing. We're going to call in reserves. I don't know what we're going to be calling in, but... we're going to be doing a lot of damage. Let's get the knights into the back line. Let's get the guiding star down there. Knights, please do some more damage. Ideally, we want to get these cannon things taken out. We're going to be hopefully utilizing... There we go. Knightly charge right over there. Beautiful. Okay. It was a very ineffective... star. Call in some additional reserves. Call them in right over here. Okay. Tell a lie. It's only reserves from the... It's only reserves from the army... From the specific army slots. Which is slightly problematic because I hadn't built around that. But that's not necessarily the end of the world. We got some upgraded knights cavalry charges here. So we can do a lot of damage. Beautiful. Excellent. Guiding star. Let's do it. I don't think we have any reserves left in the army slot here. We're either going to win marginally or we're going to lose marginally. There we go. Get the cavalry units in here. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be tantalizingly close. Like, really, really close. Guiding star. Again, we'll call in the reserves, but there's no reserves. There's no reserves to come. Okay. Bring him in. Nice. Okay. Are you a good guy or are you a bad guy? I think you might be a bad guy. I think you were a bad guy. Okay, there are 3 of these Oathsworn units that are... I mean, high level, but honestly, I'm not sure that they're high level enough. I gotta be honest, that is a big oof. I should have had some more in the reserves for the army. I mean, unless you're able to deal an insanely large amount of damage, Loriella, I mean, I'm not convinced that you're going to be able to do the, to do the damage required. That being said, I mean, we were able to eliminate all of the units, I mean, bar one. Let's see what happens. Right, so you move out. Can we get you in? Let's see if we can try and get you in here. Now, there may be some additional garrisoned...
His wisdom is sorely missed these days, my lady.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, can we do this? So, play Divine Revenge. Play this. I think we can make it happen. I think we can make it happen. We've got the units, and we're gonna get Divine Revenge down as well if we need to. Thankfully, we had this army on standby. That was the wrong place to play it, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference. Let's get some more Celestial units in here. Let's keep on cranking out the damage. Absolutely love to see it. Our hero is doing a grand old job. We're gonna play the Explodey unit here, the Explodey card. If any of these guys die at the hand of this bird creature, then we are gonna be getting some extra damage on him. Surround him and just beat it down. Beat it down. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So our initial attack, little bit of a failure. However, the counterattack worked exactly as I planned, which is great news. And just like that, we have managed to siege the enemy capital, which is fantastic. Very, very, very happy with that.
Guiding star, forgive me, for I have sinned.
Finally, a new hope.
Okay,
for
a hope
peace.
for peace.
We shouldn't waste this opportunity.
There's always more war just around the corner.
Elbin reigns supreme!
Tell me what's going on, old man.
Uh-oh.
Begged King Atron to honor his promise.
We've been betrayed.
Lost his mind. The paranoid fool cannot be reasoned with.
He never intended to take us in, did he? I should have known.
You are not safe here, my lady. Flee, I beg of you.
And
We've
then
been
what?
betrayed.
There's nowhere left to go. Isla,
We need...
you want us to escape through the silence?
That looks nefarious and awful.
You have been touched by the stars. Isla is
I'm-
proof. Trust her.
Farewell, Hauser. I don't resent you for this. I just expected.
I can't believe it. I can't believe King Atran decided to... I can't believe he decided to do that. Yeah, we're gonna... we are gonna wrap things up. I mean... I don't actually have any health at the moment, which is a little bit less than ideal. So we're actually going to wrap things up right about there. Ladies and gents, this is Songs of Silence. It's really good. It's really, really good. We barely scratched the surface of this game. Obviously, this is just the demo variant. Full game is going to have much more. I really like what I see. I think you'll like it if you give it a shot. Check out the demo; it is available below. Wishlist the game if indeed it is something that you are interested in. You can do so by clicking the link down in the description below. But for now and for me, thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you very much to the developers for sponsoring this video. This is an excellent game. I thoroughly recommend that you check it out. Thanks ever so much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.